Welcome back. Wow, it has been a long time since I've cooked for Hellofresh on Facebook. I'm actually quite sick right now. I had pneumonia earlier this week, I think, or bronchitis, one of the two. So I might sound a little raspy. So it's sorry about that. But anyway, we have today a very, very yummy meal coming from Mississippi called hot honey chicken. And this is going to be a panko bread encrusted chicken. And whenever I noticed I cook with crusting on my meats in the oven, we're cooking all this in the oven, by the way, it keeps a lot of the moisture, retains a lot of the moisture inside of the meats. So I don't know, I love cooking with breadcrumbs. I guess it's the Louisiana in me. So I'm defrosting my chicken breasts right now. These are 2 chicken breasts, and we're going to put them on the pan in a second. But first, we're going to take our oven to 425. It's already been preheated while we're waiting. And we're going to wash and dry all produce, which has also already been done. And we're going to be cutting our yellow potatoes. It's about 6. Yeah. And we're going to cut them into about 1/2 inch pieces. So what I usually do is get my big knives for this. And we're going to take these potatoes and we're just going to cut them. You're going to cut them in half, and then you want to lay them on the flat side so they don't roll around and you want to cut in your finger or something. It's just don't be stupid. All right, so cutting these again in half, and then you're going to turn them 90 degrees and cut them again this way, like that. So you get quarter pieces. So it's kind of like making lemon wedges or lemon quarters. Very simple, very simple. And what we're going to do is we're going to put on the baking sheet some olive oil and then half of the barbecue seasoning that it comes with, which is this sweet and smoky barbecue seasoning. Almost dropped it. And what's in here is sugar, paprika, garlic, yellow mustard, ginger, cumin, and black pepper. All very good for you, by the way. Sorry, I'm trying to talk as I'm getting over my chest cold or whatever pneumonia stuff's going on. Not very fun. I just woke up and I was like, I'm like sweating profusely. The bed's wet, and I was like, oh my god, I need to go to the hospital. So yeah, I went and they're like, you want to do a chest X-ray? And I was like, insurance probably isn't going to cover that, so opted out. But little did they know I have family members that are doctors. Shout out to Austin Birkenstock and Kelly Birkenstock that have guided me on the right medications to take because they're such a great family. I have such a great family. I'm so blessed. But anyway, so going back to the potatoes, and this is taking a little bit longer. I have a lot of energy. I'm going to cut all those into fourths. All right. Oh, hey, Lindsay. I don't know if you're still on or not. It says you joined. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're cutting these into fourths. While my chicken is defrosting, I ordered way too much HelloFresh. I ordered over $100 worth. Got a really good deal on it. I only paid about $16 for a lot of meals. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. I totally forgot what I was talking about. But anyway. Oh, hey, Richard. Hey, Fran. Lindsay. Richard, if you can hear me through here, I would take the oh my gosh, I can't talk. Loratadine for your runny nose, and I would take some Sudafed for your nose cold. That's what I would take. Not if you have pneumonia like me. You don't want that stuff in your system. So anyway, so in your bigger pan, we're going to take this and olive oil it like so. So you want to get a nice little base coat at the bottom. What this is going to do is it's going to keep your potatoes from sticking to the pan and burning. You know, it's going to just keep them nice and separated. So what we're going to do is throw all these onto the pan. And oh my goodness, is it Sunday? I don't even know what day it is. I've just been at home like sick as a dog, as a shadow. Speaking of shadow, where you at? Come here. Oh, one of your hairs is on my potato. So. All right. Here it comes. I know everybody misses my bud. All right, let me mix these little potatoes up real quick. So you're just gonna massage the olive oil into the potatoes, and what this does is it coats them so they evenly cook. And also, it's like a protective barrier. It keeps the food nice and it seals it, so it cooks it evenly, and it also gives it that golden crisp, like just kind of like chewy outside, crunchy outside, really chewy inside that you want. And I would probably, I would say put like the cut side down on the pan. That's what creates those like those brown spots on them, and like probably like halfway through, you're just gonna shift them around a little bit, just shift the pan. I thought I had a lot more potatoes in this, and I'm sadly mistaken. So I put the olive oil on, and now it says to do, I'm sorry, my nose is dripping, half the barbecue seasoning, pepper, and a large pinch of salt. I don't usually ever add salt to anything, but if it's potatoes, I do add a little bit sometimes, so we'll probably add a little bit this time. But for now, we are going to, so sorry, I know this is so, y'all aren't eating this, so it's okay if I like wipe my nose, right? We're going to put on that sweet and smoky barbecue seasoning. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on there. Did it say all of it? I thought it said half. Yeah, half. So you kind of want to like pinch it off like halfway, and like you can just shake it out, and then you're just gonna pour it onto the potatoes. And this looks amazing. You can definitely see the cumin in there. That's why it's all like orangey. And then a little bit more. And that olive oil also is going to help that seasoning to stick when your potatoes. All right, that's done. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. That one. It's okay. We're going to add some pepper now to it, like so. Favorite is to get these little pepper grinders. Oh my gosh, and if you can get the refillable ones and you get a bunch of peppercorns, so much better. So much better for you. Anyway, a little bit of salt, not too much because, you know, high blood pressure, not good. Then we're going to add in, I said add in, but it says set aside. Why does it say set aside? Are we putting this on at the same time? It looks like we're doing it all at one time. Okay, so we're not putting it in yet. So we're setting this aside. Wasting oven heat, don't know why. So we're gonna take a bowl now. A nice 2-cup size bowl works. And what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna make our panko breadcrumbs that we're gonna put the chicken in. Or you probably just rub it on the chicken. It does not matter. But I'm waiting for that last little bit to defrost. So we're going to take a tablespoon of butter, which I'm pretty sure I don't have. Oh my God, I have it. Okay, I usually don't ever have butter, but just dropped it low for a second. All right, let's see this. Hold on. I'm like recording on 2 devices right now. Okay, cool. So we're gonna take a tablespoon. Geez, what is this, Betty Crocker? Tablespoon of butter. It's about good. Okay, and is this gonna all fit here? And then we're gonna, in a medium microwave. Okay, so we're gonna microwave until melted. So you're gonna put it in the microwave. I'd say for about 15 seconds. Just get it melting a little bit. You don't want it like a whole like soup of like butter. You want still a little bit in there. Anyway, we're gonna stir a large drizzle of olive oil. Oh my God. Okay, so that popped. Wow, she melted fast. Okay, add in a little bit of olive oil now. It's at a big pour, so there's a little pour like this. I guess they want like you to have some healthy fats in there. I actually did my DNA weight loss through my mom at Kelly Birkenstock, Skin Body Health, Dr. Birkenstock, Skin Body Health. I think you all know who she is. I did my DNA weight loss, and I'm actually supposed to have 65% carbs in my meals. That's where most of my calories are supposed to come from. And then 25% fats and 24%, or probably 26, 24, I can't do the math right now, proteins and fats, which I thought was weird because I was always like, oh, do a low carb diet and a high protein diet. And for me, my body style, I'm not supposed to do that because I will gain weight like I have in the last couple of months. So everyone's different. That's why diets don't work for everyone, because everybody's body's different and your metabolism is different. And that's why, it's like, oh, let's be Weight Watchers. But just because you're eating 14 points worth of carbs doesn't mean you're giving your body what it needs, or, because some people have deficiencies in vitamins. Some people have to take SSRIs because they're depressed. Not everybody's the same. That's why it's very good to get a DNA weight loss test done. All you do is swab the cheeks, send it in the mail, get it back about a week later, and you get your results. And it also tells me how to work out. I also have to do a moderate. It didn't say high intensity, didn't say low. It said moderate intensity workout. That's what I'm supposed to do for my body. And so far, within like the last 2 weeks, I've lost probably about 5 pounds, and I haven't really been even working out that much. Besides walking with my friend Emily Burks, she is godsend. She actually brought me to the ER when I got super sick, and I know I sound sick still, so I'm sorry. So now what we're going to do is I added in, I don't know if y'all saw that, the rest of the barbecue, sweet and smoky barbecue seasoning, and I didn't flip my camera, so everything's backwards. Son of a E word. But at least I could just tell you what it is, so sorry about that. Okay, Google, set the Nest to 74, because it's freaking hot in here. So now we're going to add panko to this.
Setting the living room to 74 degrees.
So loud. I get it. All right, so now we're going to take our panko, and our panko is our breadcrumbs. You see the panko breadcrumbs? So, yeah, bleached white flour, wheat flour, yeast, sugar, salt. Contains wheat, obviously, because it's wheat. You have to eat that wheat, am I right? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix this in to the butter, olive oil, and the rest of the barbecue seasoning. So we're adding this in there, and this is going to create like a coating to where you can see. Okay, you're going to want to start stirring it. Don't just dump it all in once like it's like confetti. And you're going to stir it in there. And so this is going to create like a thick kind of I don't know, topping to put on your chicken. So yeah, actually probably need more olive oil. I can see why you need more olive oil now. So you want it to be looking like, I can show you all. I have all these nice little things now I got from Amazon, like this little glass pour. Like, it's so cute. My little knife set. Like, I love it. Treasure hunt. You gotta love deals, right? All right, so you stir that up. And you don't want this to be like a soup. Remember, I told y'all that. You want it to be, coagulated. You want it to be thick, but not like liquid. You don't want it running on your chicken. It's gonna be way too much. So what we're gonna do now is put just a little dash in there. And you can see that barbecue seasoning. That's why it looks brown like that. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get this chicken that is probably done defrosting, I would say, and take it out of its packaging. So Hellofresh sends, 2 chicken breasts, unless you order the 4-pack, which I just did this last time because I got a super good discount. I got 100% off order, whatever. I mean, of course, it doesn't include gourmet or anything, which, my fat ass got the gourmet stuff, so I wound up paying for it. But anyway, it was good. I made some shrimp tempura. Oh, man, don't get me started with shrimp tempura. That stuff is amazing. But anyway, so you're gonna have 2 chicken breasts with a little bit of ice in between them. You have 2 little chicken breasts like that. You're gonna wash them. These actually don't smell that good, but they've been in the freezer, so they're good. All right, so you're gonna rinse them little breasts right off, and you're gonna take them and put them into the pan over there. But don't forget to put the olive oil in the pan because you want them to not stick and burn. Stick and burn is the worst thing you could do to your meat. So, all right, pour some olive oil in the pan. See, I don't have any help, so pour some olive oil in the pan. All right, pat chicken dry with paper towels. So we're gonna just get a little bit of that. We're gonna pat these little babies dry. This is fun, isn't it? Yeah, this one's still a little frozen in the middle. Shoot. Oh, is it folded in half? What are you doing? It's a little mutation. Anyway, we're gonna eat that. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to lightly oil a baking sheet, like I said. Evenly spread sour cream onto tops of chicken breasts. Then mound with panko mixture, pressing to adhere. So no need to coat the undersides. Yes, sir. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spread sour cream onto our breasts. So place your chicken like so. I don't know why one looks like a fillet and one looks like a breast, but we're just gonna deal with it. So what we're gonna do now is, sorry, I'm trying to wipe this all off. We're gonna spread our sour cream. So if you don't get HelloFresh and you want to do this yourself, this is net weight of 1 ounce of sour cream. It's acidified. I don't know what the hell that means. We're just going to cut this on the corner so we can spread it easier. So you're going to take your chicken and just squeeze a dollop on there. You know that's not the brand name I'm using. All right there. Do a dollop, Daisy. Can y'all sponsor me? Can y'all give me some money? We just got to go to medical school, you know? All right, so, you know what? I don't even think I made my video public. Really, like, that's how sick I am. I can't freaking think straight right now. Got me on all these freaking opiates and crap. Anyway, so that's good. You're gonna take your finger. You're gonna wash your hands. So don't be afraid to touch the damn chicken. You're just gonna spread it over. Unless you want to be fancy, get one of those barbecue like brushes that people use at barbecues because they go to barbecues a lot. And so you're gonna spread that on top. Put it on up. All right, and then so what this is going to do is this is going to adhere those breadcrumbs. So this is like your glue. It's a sour cream glue. That's what I'm going to call it. It's a little secret. So spread that sour cream all over the chicken. And then you're going to take your breadcrumbs whenever you feel like you've comfortably spreaded it enough. Spread. I don't hate to say that word. And take your panko breadcrumbs and mix with your seasoning. Look at that. Ugh, I wish I could eat this with me. We're going to press it into the chicken. So I'm just going to throw it on top because we have a crap ton. I'm not going to use all this, but we're just going to throw it on top, and whatever extras come off, come off. All right. So just going to smash that on there. It says mound, but this is like the same thing, right? Oh, that looks so pretty. It looks like a little pumpkin because it's fall time. And when it's fall, we have bonfires. So I cannot wait to make bonfire. All right, so that's all on there now. You just want to just gather all the extras up around the sides. Maybe some of the chicken will grab it. They didn't say to put it on the underside, so I'm not too worried about her. All right. So yeah, she don't want to sit. All right. Oh well. Sink, and then the last thing we're gonna do right before. Well, let me put these in first, and then last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go on our broccoli, which is over there, just chilling. Please tell me I didn't forget anything. All right. This is a very simple meal. Just want to say. So we're gonna place the sheet with chicken on middle rack and sheet with potatoes on top rack. So it's gonna be potatoes, chicken, and it's gonna, let's see, chicken cooked through, hold on, till cooked through 20-25 minutes. If potatoes finish first, remove them from oven and continue roasting chicken. So what we're gonna do now is put this in the middle. Okay, Google, we'll set a timer for 23 minutes.
23 minutes, and we're starting now.
You got my back. Okay, so this is your hot honey. I've already opened it because I want to try it, and it's spicy. It's infused with chilies, which I think is amazing. It's spicy honey. Like, it's, oh, so good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to our broccoli. Holy shit, I almost broke something. All right, and we're going to take our broccoli, and it says cut any large florets. They get their really fancy terms up in here. We're gonna cut our florets into bite-sized pieces because we're not pigs. We're not even eating pigs. We're eating chicken. So that doesn't smell that good. You know, I'm already sick, so what doesn't kill you is going to build your immune system. All right. All right. So we're gonna take these, and the cooking shears. My God, can I say, if y'all ever get a knife set like Faberware, that's what it's called. Faberware. Yeah, that's what I use. They come with a scissors, which has plastic on it from the last time I used it, and you can cut stuff like, especially scallions. My God, that is a blessing. Instead of having to sit there and chop all the scallions, because you have to cut about 50 pieces off of each scallion. I definitely would recommend getting some scissors for your kitchen, and you just get to cut the broccoli into bite-sized pieces so effortlessly, and you don't have to go cut all of it. That looks like mold, so we're gonna throw that one into the sink, and we're gonna keep cutting. And so while that's cooking, okay, Google, how much is left on my timer?
There's 21 minutes and 21 seconds left.
I couldn't hear him the first time, so I was making sure he had the right time. All right, so that's cooking for that long. They're supposed to finish about the same time, but when you check when you're on the potatoes and the chicken, you want to make sure that the chicken's not overdone or underdone. Sorry, I can't think straight. And yeah, you just want to basically make sure they come out good and finish at the same time. Now, it shouldn't have been a problem if you preheated your oven. If you don't wait to preheat your oven, because some of us get hungry, big girls gotta eat. You're gonna have probably some uneven cooked stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead. It doesn't say to do this, but what I like to do when I cook potatoes is go and take the potato back and just shake a little bit, and they flip over and cook double-sided, so they get like this side's brown, this side's brown, the skin's kind of doing whatever it's doing. And yeah, I don't know why my mom's texting me about Tylenol. Okay, place in a large microwave-safe bowl. That's what this is. With 1 teaspoon of water. So we're just gonna go to the sink and just turn it on full blast and just run that underneath like that twice, probably about a tablespoon. And we're gonna put it in there, coverable with plastic wrap. Okay, well I don't have plastic wrap, so we're gonna use a paper towel. And guess what? It still works. You don't need to have. You know what? If you want to steam your broccoli even more, you just run it under the sink, and now this bitch wet. And so we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this over the broccoli. So this is a very quick way, if you're like late to making dinner, to steam your broccoli. All right, we're gonna put that in there for 1 to 2 minutes. So I say a minute and 30 because we like to meet halfway, especially if your microwaves aren't the highest wattage. So, poke a few holes. I'm using the paper towels, but if you were going to use the plastic cling wrap, you're gonna poke holes at the top of it so that it can steam and let the steam out. What's up, Madison? How you doing? So when we're done with this 1 minute 30, we're gonna take the broccoli out and we're gonna pour off any excess water, and then we're going to toss the broccoli with a teaspoon of butter. In there to put back up, which I need a new spoon now, and it's a season with salt and pepper. You can go ahead, and if you like salt that much, go ahead and use salt, but I choose not to use that much salt. It's not good for you. It's in every single thing that we eat, I swear. Like, they put salt in everything. Watch, but the butter has salt. 100 milligrams of sodium right there. Why do we need to salt it when it's in the butter? All right, so what we're gonna do is get another spoon, because I did put that one in the sink and it's kind of gross. This is a tablespoon of butter. You know what? I'm gonna be all fancy and all and use my measuring spoon. I can find it. This one's very cool. So it goes all the way up to 3 teaspoons. And so you pull it down to the line to see where you need to measure, and it pre-measures that little cup for you. So, okay, Google, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon?
1 U.S. tablespoon is equal to 3 U.S. teaspoons.
Perfect. So I'm sorry I didn't know that. So 3 tablespoons is going to be 1 teaspoon. I can't think straight. I'm so sorry. I'm on medicine. 3 teaspoons are equal to 1 tablespoon. Cannot talk. All right. That's hot. And so what we're going to do now is, like I said, let's see. Oh, those are steamed. They even look greener now. Like, it's so crazy. When you steam broccoli, they just like become so much more fluorescent. Really pretty. All right, so we're gonna put the paper towel over, and we're gonna just pour out that excess water. Like that. Right. Okay. And then we're gonna get that tablespoon or 3 teaspoons of butter. That's like a lot of effing butter, man. So that much butter, and we're just gonna loop that in there. And I can actually hear the potatoes and chicken popping in there. I'll see if I can get you a little visual on that in a second. All right, that's done. All right, and now what we're gonna do is stir this in. Really, you could just like let the broccoli cover it and it'll melt it eventually, which is also okay to do. And you're gonna season it with pepper. So I have 2 different ones. I have peppercorn medley, and I have black and white peppercorn. So it is up to your discretion which one you use, but because it's a broccoli and it needs more flavor, I'm just gonna use the peppercorn medley. What's up, Julie? So we're gonna crack this one there, probably about 10 to 20 turns. You cannot have enough pepper, you really can't. So we're gonna do that. And you're really supposed to coat the broccoli first, but it's fine. It's really just, as long as you stir it up, it's gonna mix, it's gonna be fine. So that butter is sitting down in there. We're just gonna poke at it. Yeah, it's melted now. So you just stir up your little broccolis with that pepper, and it's just going to coat it. And you know what? If you don't coat all of the broccoli the first go around, you just add more pepper. Because like I said, you cannot have enough pepper. And you can have enough salt. Food can get too salty, and then you get bloated the next day, and you don't feel good. And then you're yelling at your family, and you're wondering why you're yelling at your family. It's because you have too much salt in your food. So don't put extra salt in your food. So go ahead and take the pepper, because it looks like this broccoli was thirsty and absorbed it all. And we're going to take that peppercorn medley, and we're going to do 10 more turns on it. All right, and then cap that back up. Give it a couple flips around. And now we're done that a little early, so we're probably going to have to pop that back in the microwave for another 30 seconds when the meat and stuff comes out, because you want it to all be around the same temperature, warm, tasting good. I'm eating by myself today, so this other plate is going to go into a Tupperware container, which I bought from Walmart. I bought these glass ones. I'll show you all. They are pretty cheap. They're not super cheap, but they're pretty nice, and it's great for food prep because it's got a divider. Now, normally, you know, these meals come with 3 different things: broccoli, potatoes, and a chicken. A protein. So you're probably gonna have to mix and match. If you don't like mix and match the food, go buy a 3-1. Anyway, so it's glass, so you can actually cook this in the oven. And it comes with this lid, and it's leak proof. That's what I've been looking for forever. It's got these rubber gaskets inside, and this brand name, don't know. Sorry, it doesn't just say it on there. Poor advertising on their part, because I could have just advertised. But you just push these sides in, and it just clips in, and it's just, dishwasher safe. So yeah, it's all locked on. It holds the food in there. I mean, I can even put water in it, but I don't think we need to do all that. But okay, Google, how much is left on my timer?
13 minutes and 51 seconds to go. 13
minutes to kill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can put water in this. I put it in both sides, so we're not cheating here. All right, God, 13 minutes. I really should have put that in first. All right, and we're going to snap these on. So this is how good these work. Just look for glass Tupperware at Walmart on the website. So look, doesn't leak. So you can put this in sideways. You could put it upside down. If you have like some type of marinade with your chicken, you could put it upside down, and then when you flip back over and then put it on your plate the next day, it's all, you can even mix up salad dressing in a salad. These things are amazing. The little clip sides, amazing. Make sure all your liquids stay intact. And you can even put it in your purse without leaking all over your Gucci bag. So anyway, this is what we're gonna store my food in later. And while that's still cooking, I'm going to actually show you all what it looks like in the oven and start my cleanup a little bit, because who likes a messy house? I also have been drinking coconut water to hydrate. Got this from somewheres. I'm drawing a blank right now. I cannot think with all this medication. Hold on. Sam's. Nope. It was TJ Maxx. I got these for, I think it was $2.50 a piece at TJ Maxx. Super cheap, and they taste amazing. It's 100% pure coconut water. Walmart sells some too. They're very good. I like drinking them. A lot of potassium, so you got your hydrants in there. They're going to keep you hydrated, especially when you're sick like me. You definitely want to stay hydrated. All right, so going back to the directions, I just want to show you all what we did real quick for all those joining in late. So this is, I know it's backwards. I'm so sorry. It is backwards, but it's hot chicken, hot honey chicken, and it's got a side of potatoes and a side of broccoli. And so the first thing we did was we prepped by washing our produce. So sorry, this light is way too bright. We prepped the produce, and then we added olive oil to the pan, cut it up in 4/4 with the potatoes, coated them with olive oil, half of the sugar, paprika, garlic, yellow mustard, ginger, cumin, and black pepper. And then the rest of that went into the panko breadcrumbs that we coated our chicken with, right here, that we're going to drizzle with our Mike's hot honey infused with chilies. And then also we put sour cream on our chickens, and we coated them with the panko breadcrumbs. And then For the broccoli, we went ahead and put it in our microwave safe bowl. Put it in with a teaspoon of water, covered it with paper towel that I also wet. Didn't say to do that, but you can do that. And then put it in for 1:30 in the microwave. And what that did was it made the broccoli nice and soft. Not too soft, but good. And it tastes salty to me. So I'm glad I didn't add salt because for some reason, I guess the butter tastes salty, but that peppercorn medley really adds a little kick to it. And if you want, you can add more pepper or even sriracha. People do a lot of stuff to their broccoli nowadays. So it's already getting cold. That's what I was worried about. So we're going to take this and put it back in the microwave right before the food's finished. And then when we're ready to serve, we're going to cut our chicken into these little strips like this. You can cut it all the way. You can cut it halfway. It just depends on how aesthetically appealing you would like your meal to look. This meal actually did not take a whole lot to do. Usually our meals take a lot longer. This is total time 35 minutes. I believe it because I'm done. I'm literally sitting here wasting time. But usually you have to take like scallions, and that's where I'll use my scissors to trim these long, green, skinny scallions. Just step. That's why I love using these shears. Hello, Chandler. How are you doing? So I definitely like to cook with just all these different things, like the shears. This was probably about $15 for this set or less at Treasure Hunt. If you go to Treasure Hunt, dirt cheap, same company. Ollie's Bargain Goods store, that's I think a separate company. They sell stuff like this. Like go get them for cheap. You know, you got all these pretty knives, stainless steel. You wash them by hand. And they cut your food so much better. I used to cut with my first Hellofresh meal. I was using this to cut my food with, and I looked like an idiot because I was trying to cut stuff and it would come out like broken and crooked, and people were like, "You need to get you a knife set." So I finally did. I invested in one, and it even comes with a knife sharpener. These are really fun to use, super easy. Just take your knives, and not the serrated ones. You don't want to take a bread knife on the sharpener. You don't want to do that. I don't think it's going to get dull on a piece of bread. But anyway, so you take it and you just go at like a 45 and you just go this way and this way. And that keeps your knives nice and sharp so that when I cut tomatoes, I notice when my knives get dull, and they do get dull sometimes, they won't cut the tomatoes as much, and they'll kind of start to push the tomatoes down and squash them. And I didn't like that. So what I did was I sharpened my knives. I usually like to use this one or this one, not really the sheep's hoof, which is this one. Nope. This one, there's different names. There's like Japanese names for them, but this one's more of like to use like on a hinge. And it's a sheep hoof. It's Japanese for sheep hooves. I don't know the name, but then this is like tinier stuff. Same kind of knife style. It's more of like a slice through or like just like this. Depends on what you want to do. Very versatile knife. I usually use that. And then it comes with six steak knives. So this set was very, very, very valuable. And it saves me so much time when I'm cooking. Also would recommend getting a measuring spoon. These things, like, I don't know, it looks like it's something in a doctor's office in the 80s. It's amazing. This is also another thing I like to use for my tomatoes, or I would say onions, but this one is plastic and it's from Wish, so it's probably not the best to use on an onion because onions are hard. But you take a tomato, which is, delicate, and you'll hold it. So you've got these little base pieces, so you hold it down like this, and you just cut your little slices in there, and it keeps your tomato from just squishing and going everywhere. So little things like that, even a garlic mincer that you slide back and forth. You can find all these things online, super cheap, like $2 a piece. They're super, super, super convenient and make cooking so much easier. So much easier. It's like inventing the dishwasher. So anyway, we're gonna go over to the oven now. First, we're gonna ask, okay, Google, how much time is left on my timer? It's gonna say
T-minus 6 minutes and 41 seconds.
Okay. So we're gonna go pop in. Hold on, I'm also recording on my Mac, so I'm gonna take both of these at the same time. We're gonna go to the oven to see what we're cooking. All right. Wow, look at that. So the breadcrumbs on the outside are burning a little bit. I don't know if we can see that. And then the top has got the potatoes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put y'all back down so I can keep cooking. And I'm gonna take my potatoes. with an oven mitt. I got these for my birthday. Thanks, Mom. She's got me these cute little ladies, little mitts for Thanksgiving. Anyway, just thought it was cute. But you take them, you know how to use these. You take your potatoes, and you see how they're not done cooking yet, but if you flip like a side over, it's gonna have that kind of brownness to it. So just take your fingers, if they're sticking a little bit. Let me rotate this a little bit. Take like a knife or something and just kind of get up here and push them around if you can. They are sticking a little bit, so I could have used more olive oil, but that means they're going to be extra crispy. So you just push them around a little bit. Once they're unstuck, you're going to take, take this tray. Oh my god, I like deshelled a whole potato. Like fucked up my potatoes. And you're going to put these back in on the top shelf. Rotate that chicken. That's what the chicken's looking like. Okay. Rotate that chicken so it evenly cooks, and we're gonna wait that last 4 minutes. And while we do so, I see you. You wanna get on camera? We're gonna play with my dog. Come. Hey, yo, my man. And this is Shadow. You see my big dog. This is my best friend. I've been sick, and he's been taking care of me, giving me kisses, all them limbs, all the boops with the noses. So he keeps me happy. He's a good little dog. You don't like being held, do you? But he likes attention. So if anyone ever wants to come over and pet him, he's here. You hungry? You want a piece of meat? You want a broccoli? I don't think you like broccoli. Let's see if he likes the broccoli. You're showing it so you don't throw it up on me. Oh, there you go. Right. Come here. Come here. He doesn't like jumping. Come here. Get it. Yeah, you eat that broccoli. Yeah, you munch that broccoli. You run away with it now. Was it good? Shadow approves. That means it's good. So I'm going to turn the oven off at this point because we were running into the last little 1 minute and 30 seconds of our cooking. And we're going to take our broccoli now, return it back into the microwave. Didn't forget what it was. Hit that 30-second button, let it run its course, and then dinner's almost ready. So the last thing we have to do is put our chicken in the plates with the potatoes and the broccoli, and then we're going to pour our Mike's Hot Honey, which is infused with chilies, like I said before, onto the chicken. Now this says it can be enjoyed on pizza, fried chicken, cheese, cocktails, I guess like a rimming to the cocktail, salads and sandwiches. So it's very versatile. I'm actually thinking about buying my own. And if you ever have crystallization in your honey, you can put it in hot water and it decrystallizes it, because we all know what thermodynamics are if we all took chemistry. I also went and I have a local honey seller who sells me bees this jar of natural unfiltered honey, 100% pure natural, and it tastes amazing. And this was $8. Usually it's like $12 at the market, so I got a great deal. And it tastes amazing. It tastes so much more like a whole milk. It's like a whole flavor. It's really great. So we're gonna take our broccoli, take a fork. You want another piece? Huh? You big fat ass? You want a little piece? Huh? Come get it. Come a little bit. All right, here. Come. You have to show everyone that you exist. Come here. I'm getting so scared. Oh, I dropped it. Oh well. He's loving the broccoli. I didn't think he liked broccoli. He's a very picky eater. So we're gonna pour a little bit of broccoli on 1/2 of the plate. And of course, I got all the ones that are like white and yellow, so that's really freaking appealing for a picture. All right, so you're gonna make thirds. You're gonna take broccoli on one side, potatoes on this side, and then your chicken right there. And you're gonna cut your chicken and then pour the honey on top of all of that. Okay, Google, how much is left on my timer?
There's 1 minute and 22 seconds to go.
Okay, I think I might have overdone it because this chicken's looking good. Yeah, she looking good. So we're gonna take this out. Okay, Google, stop my timer. we're gonna take the potatoes out first because these can be eaten raw. So we're gonna let the chicken cook a little bit more in case it's being frisky. And we're gonna take this now. If your potatoes are sticking, just gently push them around, which I already did earlier, so mine aren't sticking anymore. And it's gonna just unstick them, and it smells so good. I'm gonna take them and cover the plate on the second third. And of course, I'm not using all my potatoes because this is meant for 2 people, and I'm not a fat ass, so I'm not gonna sit here and eat 2 servings of potatoes. Although, on some nights, I like to do that. So that's all we needed is burn myself. And we're gonna take our chicken out now, which looks like this. Amazing, look at that. Y'all hear it sizzling? Oh, I wish y'all could eat this with me. So which one do you think we should eat? And I wanna say which one I should eat. Should I eat the long one or the thick one? Anyone? Because it's getting hot. Come on, pick one. I guess we'll just do the thick one. Yeah? We're good with the thick one? All right, so we're gonna take that. Okay, Google, stop. I told it to not go off. Anyway, so we're saving those for another meal. And this is what our plate looks like now. So, oh my God, that's so good. I really don't want to cut it because I'm afraid it's gonna knock everything off. So what we're gonna do for the picture, I'll cut it later. What we're gonna do for the picture is we're gonna add our honey to the chicken. Wow, y'all look how pretty that is. It looks like a little crab cake from, Red Lobster. You're gonna take your honey and you're gonna just drizzle it on the chicken like this. Man, this looks so good. Man, this actually reminds me, it looks like a churro. Like honey on it. And maybe even some cinnamon, but that probably would taste good on chicken. Anyway, so this is our completed dish. I wish it had a little bit more color. This is kind of you want to fall over? That's cool. Kind of a blander plate, but separate your foods. And this is our finished plate. So this is our hot honey chicken from Hellofresh. And it looks amazing. Look at that. Well, thank you for watching. I have my URL link in the post on how to get $40 off your first box, which is a very good deal. So you're probably going to pay at most like $15 for 6 meals. That is amazing. Good deal. And it also helps me get my meals for cheaper. So if you click that, use the code BLAZBUR, BLAZBUR, into the HelloFresh box. That is going to get you your $40 off. And it's a very simple service. Even a college kid, although I've graduated, can cook with it. And it's very easy to use. And I recommend that everyone do this program. Or even every plate's not really as fun. Everything's kind of just thrown into a box. This one's very separated into these little bags like this. And it's just so easy to make. It's so easy. I have like a bunch more just chilling up in here. Right there, right there, right there. So I have another like 8 more meals left, and you just freeze them if you don't want to eat them now. So this is it. Thank you for joining in, and I will be back soon, and stay cooking. So thank you for joining, and I'll see y'all soon.